at the shooter buck that we're sitting in here for, the twin 10. Came out and he's raking his antlers in a tree over here. Well, if that was a shooter or not. Really, really heavy 8-pointer. That was the Big 10 with the sticker. I said I wasn't gonna shoot him, but he looked really nice right there.
You ever have one of those whitetail seasons you just can't seem to get it done? Seems like there's some strange force from somewhere that's just allowing you not to shoot a buck. Here at whitetailaction.com, we're going to show you Close Encounters Part 2. These hunts are with me, Tom, so enjoy.
You ready? I guess so. This is what we're hunting over, white oaks. The deer are hitting them really hard early. Seems like they slowed down. I think it's because that there's so many acorns just everywhere. I don't know if they're getting sick of them or they're just so spread out. I basically had every picture of every buck that was in velvet in the hardhorn the week before season open, eating at these acorns, and now I'm hardly getting anything. There's acorns all over the ground yet too, so I don't know. I just think there's so many of them, but we haven't been out much just because it's been kind of slow, but it's really overcast right now and it's kind of sprinkling down. We're going to try it tonight, and then we got this weekend, 3 days this weekend to go, so hopefully we'll at least see some deer. Might try taking out a doe here in the next few days, but it's early. The deer move early in here too, so I'm going to try it.
This was the buck we called the Twin 10. Last year I shot the twin of them, and he come out and he was making a scrape, but just not within range. And this was a buck that I watched all summer long, and he was feeding in one of these hay fields, and this was the night before season opened.
In this field so far. He's the Twin 10. I shot the other one last year. He's only a 3-year-old, but he's about a 145 10-pointer.
There was a lot of other bucks out there with him, and I'm guessing he was only 3, but there was another buck about 130 we called, now we call him Wang Chung, and he made Wang Chung look pretty small, so he might even been 4-year-old deer, but we're still guessing he was about 145.
You want me to? Do you want me to try? Meh. Meh. Stop. I don't always stop behind trees. Meh. Lost them. Well, it's really dark in the woods. shooter buck that we're sitting in here for, the twin 10. Came out and he's raking his antlers in the tree over here. Problem is there's so many oak trees in here. They went to those over there, feeding out there. I lost them behind this thick stuff. But I'm sure they're angling out to the hayfield right now. Wish I'd have brought my grunt call. Gideon tried grunt with his mouth. I don't think he could hear it. I don't know, he's a dandy. I'm guessing he's mid-40s. He's a shooter. Well, I'm getting pretty sick of these windy days that we're having. Blowing up to 25-mile-an-hour gusts today. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't know where we were going to sit tonight, and then I checked the trail camera and got just a beast. Big giant 12-pointer mainframe 10 with some split brow tine and a sticker on his G2. Looked like he's a 150 type deer. Never seen him before. Got a big 18-pointer coming in, and Stubbs is still around, so I decided to come out behind the house here. It's a 40-acre piece of woods here. I was logged off about 10 years ago, and it's really thick. There's rubs all over here, and it seems like the buck's moving in here pretty heavy this year, so it's early enough, windy enough, but it's November 3rd. Seen a lot of good action this morning. Had some bucks come in fighting this morning on us, so it's happening, so you gotta be up on the tree. Hopefully the tree stays standing.
This wasn't the first time that we climbed into these stands at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and about a half hour, 45 minutes into the sit, have a buck come out. This time it was a really nice 8-pointer.
Wow, we just had that. It's a really nice 8. Looked like a 3-year-old 8. Gideon spotted him coming up out of the swamp here. I think he pegged us a little bit up in the tree. But it's a deer. I got all kinds of pictures, and I got some live video of him. Come up with about 30 yards. I could have shot at him if I wanted to take him, but the bucks that I have that I know are here, I can't shoot a deer like that right now. It's only November 3rd. Seemed like he was going to head up and check out that other food plot here. It's still really, really early yet, so really nice buck. He's a little better than the trail camera pictures show. About 18-inch spread, probably about a 125 type deer. So got that big boy to come in last night. Hopefully they come in tonight here. So good encounter. It's nice to finally see bucks. And we're in a new spot. Same land, new setup. I set these stands last year. Got a big, huge trail. All the bucks like to cruise in the rut. There's always rubs. Just never put a set here. but decided to do that. So this is our first time sitting here. The other day we sat back here and we seen a buck cruising this trail, decent 8-pointer. Got food plots up a couple 100 yards. Dad sat this morning and yesterday and seen the same really big 10-pointer. So what we got here is popple slashings. There's a fence crossing about 75 yards. They jump the fence, walk this trail, and basically goes completely east and west of the property, and they run it during the rut. So it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Things have been pretty slow for us, not going too great. I'd like to change that this afternoon, and hopefully we can get a buck down here. So maybe we can show you some whitetail action this afternoon. Well, we're gonna give rattling a shot here.
Once again, it was one of those bucks. It was just, I had to think about it too much. And with all these other big, huge bucks that I had running around on my land, I just could not find myself to shoot this deer, even though he's going to be a great buck.
Well, if that was a shooter or not. Really, really heavy 8-pointer. Like just rattled. He come running in, looked like he had bladed G2s and a start of a sticker.
Hey, you know what we always tell each other is, shoot the buck that gets you excited. Don't go by score. Don't go by, like, well, he's got to be a 5 or 6 year old buck. If you see a buck and he's getting you excited and that's the one you want to shoot, just shoot him. If you're going to be happy with him, that's all that really matters. Remember, keep watching whitetailaction.com.